Evening YouTube viewers, Facebook friends, Facebook family, Google affiliates. I want to welcome you to another edition of Joe's Politics 101. Today is March 26, 2014. And I want to offer the point of view. It's involving the Russia and Ukraine situation. You know, over the years, under mostly the Republican presidents, there have been this sense of America being the police of the world. We have a lot of influence, we have a lot of military influence, and we do some things. We make some mistakes sometimes in our country. But that's not what I want to talk about. What I want to talk about is how U.S. representatives have acted toward this president's decisions on the crisis in Russia and Ukraine, Crimea. To me, it's really un-American, like for United States representatives, elected officials, and some non-elected officials to say the things, make the comments that they have made during this crisis. And one thing that sticks out to me, and here's a nobody as far as I'm concerned, former mayor of New York, Rudy Giuliani, praising Russia's dictator, Putin, for his leadership. He's a leader. Oh, he's a leader. He does things like today, rather than wait until tomorrow. Well, Mr. Putin lover, Giuliani, good for you. And then you have old man, dried up Dick Cheney, who is the prime reason for the war in Iraq. Coming out talking about how weak the president is and how this and how that. And then you got Donald Rumsfeld stepping into the picture, making his famous trained ape comments about foreign policy, none of who have any business being involved in this matter at all, because they're not elected officials. They don't have any skin in the game, so they need to shut up. And then you have, the run-of-the-mill people who just for whatever reasons, we all know the basic true reason of trying to destroy everything that this president does. I don't want to get into that portion of it, but it's un-American to me that when there's a crisis, a foreign affairs matter, crisis going on, that it would seem, from my perspective, maybe I'm just a goofy, dummy kind of guy, but it would seem that the representatives, the elected officials in the United States would get on board and help figure out what to do rather than criticize. That's all these Republican representatives do, is criticize, and never offer any solutions. It makes you wonder that if there was a Republican president in the office, what would they do? What would they do? Would they send military forces to Ukraine? Or would they mount up military forces all over Europe, which we already have there basically, that can go into action at any call of the moment. But what would they do? You know, would they do sanctions? Would they drop bombs? What would they do that this president has not tried to do or have done that they don't support? They got a bill in the Senate, and right now trying to get approval for more sanctions, but they're dragging their foot on it. You look at the history of this president, and you'll just find that everything that he's done, the Republicans have been against. That's because of the party affiliation, the Tea Party ideas, and their ideology of how the country should be and what the country should stand for. Nobody else has that value except those un-American people who are talking about their president, degrading their president, demagoguing their president, the leader of their country, and praising the leader of a foreign country, a dictator nonetheless. Maybe they aspire to be dictators. Maybe that's their goal. They want to aspire to be like Putin. We want to be like Putin. Where the general public has no say about nothing that goes on. I said it, that's the way it is. That's what a real leader does. At least that's what Mr. Giuliani thinks. Our nation is beginning to fall apart. Great empires have came and great empires have gone. And most of the time when they go behind greed. Greed for more land, greed for more money, greed for control, greed and disrespect and misuse and abuse of their citizens. That's what causes empires to fall. The way our nation is being handled right now with all these different ideologies and different things, you may be seeing that happening to the United States of America. You may be seeing America turn into one of the former or used to be great powers of the world because the people are not sticking together. We're not united. The only thing that brings us to be united is when somebody starts shooting at us. The rest of the time we try to destroy some culture, some group. At least that's what in my opinion and from my history and my life, that's what Caucasians or Germanics or whatever you want to call light-skinned European people have done to other people in this nation other than those who look like them. And then some of those who do look like them get it too. Having said that, I'm going to end my deal right here. But my main point of view here is the representatives, the people who are supposed to be representing our country in our Congress on the Republican side of the aisle are un-American in their behavior and attitude towards this president during this crisis with the country of Russia involving Ukraine and Crimea. Thank you for viewing this video. God bless you. God bless America. Ciao.